We're super excited to get back on the road.
But not before we take care of that disastrous remodel in our kitchen. We have officially begun Operation Get Underway.
Yeah, it's about time, damn it.
I feel like we've been sitting forever, so there's so much we have to do because we've accumulated some things and we just are not in the mode to get underway yet.
No, we've had to actually go through and purge the RV. Nothing is secured for sea, as we like to say.
We are excited to get going.
Yeah, I'm ready. You know, I used to complain about bugs on the front cap and the windshield. I'm looking forward to it now. One of the things we have to knock off the to-do list before we get underway again is repaint these blue cabinets. So here we are. We've got our paint sample. It's a cream color. I'll let Stacy tell you the exact name, but we're hoping that this one turns out better than the blue. So we're going to paint this back wall here on the back side of the booth. I'm going to prime half, and I'm going to apply paint to both sides. We'll see if the primer is needed on the full thing and if we move to the front.
So when we were searching for a color, I decided to go ahead and pull from what I had in the room, since we know the blue is not working at all,
no.
Although it was supposed to be gray, not blue. So what I did was I took the color from the countertops, the backsplash, and the floor. The floor has a lot of yellow in it, and I didn't really want a yellow tone on the cabinets. So as you can see, we went to the store. I got a ton of samples. I put them all on the floor, and the first thing I did was pull up anything with yellow, pink, or blue undertones, because you could really see them once I put them on the floor. And then that eliminated about half, if not more. And then from there, I taped them up on the backsplash and did the same thing. That left us with two swatches that didn't look pink, blue, or yellow.
Right.
And this is the one we chose, and it's called Timeless White. So let's see how truly white it is, and if any of those undertones start popping out once we put it on the cabinets.
Yeah, and if they start popping out here, well, then we're done. We're leaving it as is. We're strike two.
We won't leave it as is. We'll just have to move to our second choice of color because we cannot leave it blue.
No, we are not leaving it blue, that's for sure. So those of you that cringed when we painted our nice, beautiful wood cabinets, don't fear. They're already painted, so we're just painting over the paint right now, so you don't have to worry. You can watch us this time.
That's right. And no matter which choice we choose as far as which swatch, you won't know because we're only going to show you the end when it's all done.
That's right. And if it sucks, we're not showing you anything. You'll just see blue cabinets or you'll see something in a video behind us, but we're not going to address it. We won't talk about the elephant in the room.
So make sure you watch to the end of the video to find out what really happens with these cabinets.
Yeah. Blackstone griddle is in the storage bay. We took the stand off, put it in front of the griddle here, and then this fit perfectly right in front. So we didn't have to jockey too many things around. I am a little concerned on my lounge chairs here rubbing on it, but I'll put a towel or something in between that. But it fits in nicely. It doesn't take up that much more space than our little Weber grill did.
We are all hooked up with every place to go.
That's right. And we have forgotten what it's like to get underway. We're about an hour past due.
Oh no, we are almost 2 hours past due.
Oh, you said between 10 and 11. It's 10:45.
No, I said between 9 and 10, preferably 9.
I was going Eastern time, maybe. I don't know. But let me tell you, I forgot that you can't put on latex gloves with wet, sweaty hands. I ripped 2 pairs trying to do that. I've soaked through my shirt. I don't even know why I showered today.
But all that being said,
we're out of here.
About to get in and haul booty north. I am so excited. But it did take us, well, it was the little maintenance items that we forget can take us a minute, like filling the tires with air and double checking that kind of stuff. And of course we had a slide issue, which we will discuss later in the air conditioning when we get to our place tonight.
Yeah, so there was a little setback, but we figured it out and we're ready to go.
We made it to our very first location on our very first trip since Phil's surgery.
Yeah, it was a short trip. First leg down, we went about 226 miles today.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm trying not to overtax him because I didn't know how he was going to do with his arm, if it was going to be irritated or tired or whatever. And I have to find campgrounds for us because it's like 100 degrees in Texas, so I have to make sure we can check in. So we landed at Flat Rock COE. It is in Coleman, Texas, and it's hot as Hades, but we have 30 amp, and it is $16 a night. If you have the access pass, it's $8 a night. So our overnight was
that
$8.
access pass. Man, that's great. $8 first night out.
So our $8 a night got us not only some 30 amp and some water, but complete privacy because we are the only campers here.
Yeah, there's not another rig over in this section. That's
so there's
pretty nice.
It is nice. So there's several camping areas, and apparently they're all on the other side of the lake. They might know something we don't know.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow.
All right, we got out of the RV to check these train tracks. They look a little steep, so we're hoping the other side isn't straight down.
Yeah, we ended up on a dirt road. Wasn't too happy about that. It's 4.7 miles to the interstate, and we hit the dirt road patch, and we've been going about 10 to 12 miles an hour on this bumpy road, and then we come to the railroad crossing. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to unhitch and turn around. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Up doesn't look so bad now that we're walking on it, but I don't know. Let's see what the drop off is on the other side.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's starting to look a little bit better. All right, it doesn't. Once we got up here on the top of the tracks, it doesn't look as steep. From back there, it looks like it comes up and then crests over the tracks. But it's a gradual, so I think we're good. All right, that wasn't too bad. It definitely looked worse further down the road, but when we got up, it was a nice, smooth, flat section to get across the tracks. But that goes to show you don't trust your Garmin or your GPS. If it looks kind of wacky or quirky, get out and check it. We were lucky that if we did have to unhitch and turn around, we would go about about 3/4 of a mile behind us to turn around. So we got lucky there.
Since we've been sitting, Phil updated our Garmin 770. So I'm wondering if when the updates happen, if my settings got changed. Yeah. I don't know.
We'll have to go and play with it for sure. But
because it's never taken us down a dirt road before.
No, none that I can remember.
Well, it did cut off quite a few miles, but I don't know if the shortened miles, it wasn't the fastest, that's for sure, because we're having to putt down the dirt road.
Going 10 miles an hour, yeah.
And in case you guys don't know, the in-dash we have, we never update it, so it's very out of date because it's a real pain to update. So Phil only uses it, like, generally speaking, so he can glance down, but the turns are not always the same. And normally we'll use the Garmin 770 as our actual navigator, and I usually tell him, way ahead of time if there's a turn or whatever. But.
So if anybody is using the Kenwood DNX571TR and has successfully updated it, let me know. I've tried it once and it was just a pain in the butt.
We made it to our second stop, which is in Wichita Falls, Texas, and it's Lake Arrowhead State Park.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, and I think this one's a lot nicer than the last one we were in.
It is a lot nicer than the last one. It is also on a lake, Lake Arrowhead, of course.
Yeah.
It was $24 a night for electric and water. There's no sewer here, and there are some spots that's a little cheaper. You can get some with water only, and there may even be some tent camping spots here too.
Yeah, most of them are back-end sites. In fact, the site that we got is actually a back-end, but other RVers or campers have made it a pull-through, and we got lucky and pulled through.
Yeah, so we didn't have to unhook the car today.
Nope.
The one thing I'm not getting is we're at another state park that's empty. I don't understand why people don't want to camp in July in Texas.
Yeah, actually, it's not too bad here. I mean, it's cooled off some. The humidity's still high. We were expecting some rain later tonight and through the morning, so we'll probably be getting underway in the rain tomorrow. But we'll take the rain any day over the heat.
Yes. Now, when we left our spot in San Antonio, we were talking about our slides that wouldn't open. So just a quick recap of the slides. Sorry we didn't record it. Of course, we haven't recorded anything crazy since we've been sitting for a while. So I will try to pick up the camera if anything goes wrong in the future.
Yeah. So just to fill you back in, we went to pull in the front slides, which are hydraulic, and nothing. They moved about an inch. And we thought, okay, maybe the batteries are dead. So we let the rig run, thought they would recharge. Didn't work.
Not the problem.
Then one other time it had happened to us, and we did this thing with the ignition key. You go from off to ACC 3 times, and then on the 4th time, it kind of resets the slides. It worked for us the first time we had to do it. This time, not so much.
So I went to Facebook.
Yep.
We went to a Tiffin page.
Tiffin Technical Forum.
Yep, and I did a little search in the page, and it said if you've been sitting for a long time, you might need to hit your jacks just to get the hydraulic fluid moving again. So kind of like to reset or recirculate the hydraulic fluid.
Kind of like waking them up.
Almost.
Because when we went over to the panel, the HWH panel, there was no lights, no nothing
No
lit
alarm
up.
saying our jacks were down.
Yeah, nothing. And then when the lights did come on, it said we were in travel mode already, but the jacks were still down. So that's when we went, okay, let's try it. So Stacy then hit auto level.
Yep, I just hit the auto level again. Of course, it didn't do much because we were already level. It kind of did a quick like little readjustment, barely moved anything. And as soon as we did that, all the alarms came on, all the lights came back on, and the slides closed right up.
Yeah, so I guess they kind of went into like a hibernation mode maybe, where if you don't use them for a while, and we hadn't used them in 2.5 months maybe.
Yeah, since the day of
May
the
15th.
surgery.
May 15th was the last time. That's when Stacy put them down.
Either that, or maybe the hydraulic fluid gravity takes over, and the fluid is not everywhere it needs to be, and that just gives it a surge to push the fluid everywhere. So I don't know why. I'm not a mechanic, but either way, they closed up, and we went on our merry way.
Yeah, and again, last night we opened them and closed them. This morning, no problems. We've opened them up here, no problem. So again, Facebook Tiffin Forum to the rescue.
Yeah, so no matter what your rig is, there is a Facebook page out there for you to ask questions in case something happens, and it has saved our tail more than once. So just go into that Facebook page and into the little search bar and type in your problem, and more than likely you're not the first person to have the issue.
Yeah, the key is going to the search. If you're in a hurry like us, go in there and type your exact question, and then it'll take you to everybody that's had that same question or type of question, and then you can kind of go through them. Very easy to use.
All right, that's it for us. We're going to go in before it starts raining.
Our friends Phil and Char from A Year to Volunteer need your help.
That's right. They've asked us for a favor. Now, if you don't know Phil and Char, their mission is to volunteer in every state in the U.S. The continental U.S., that is.
Right.
We were lucky enough to volunteer with them on 2 separate projects.
Right. Our first one was at the Florida State Caverns, and we'll link that below.
And the second one was in Rockport at a church. And both of these had suffered disaster from hurricanes, so we were thrilled to help them out. As you can see, we made it to Rockport.
Yep, I am already sweat deep in cleanup right now.
We are working at a local church. It's Coastal Community?
Oak
Coastal Oak Community Church.
We're inside what used to be the gym of Coastal Oaks Church here in Rockport, Texas. And these two are the ones that found it and got us started on this. So you guys have been here almost
a week. We got here on Monday.
So you've seen a huge
Oh
transformation.
yeah, there were walls up when we got here. There was a 3rd floor. There were stairs all over the place. There were bathrooms, kitchens. There was a lot here that's gone now.
And there's still a ton of work left to do.
Yeah.
We're back for day 2 at the church, and as you can see, we are ready to work.
Yeah, so we've got plenty of work to do, as you can see behind us, what's already been done. You could hear the scissor lift behind us being moved into place, but we're back at it, ready for action. And just to let you know, it's not all work and no play.
That's right. We had a blast last night. The group got together. We went down to the beach and we made hot dogs, hamburgers, some chicken on the grill there at the beach and just kind of hung out as the sun set.
And we flew a frog kite. Don't forget the kite.
Oh yeah, the kite was really cool.
Maybe a natural gas line or something like that, so we need someone to come out here and take a look at it. We've evacuated the area and we're standing well clear.
So yeah, a strong smell of natural gas made us run out of the building and call 911.
A huge smell, like all of us, it just hit us all. So when
Go ahead, sorry.
no, when we actually came out of the building, it was stronger than when we were inside.
So we're guessing it wasn't us. And
We were on the second story, so that didn't help. I don't think I've flown down the stairs that fast ever.
You'll be happy to know that the gas is secure.
And we didn't cause it.
Yeah, most importantly. It's day 3 on the project site.
Yep.
Apparently we are going to continue what we were doing yesterday, ripping up the subfloor here on the 2nd floor and hopefully do a little cleanup because we should have some more dumpsters coming in today. All right, all of our hard work has come to an end. Well, you, me, and the RVs part of it anyway.
Day 3, we are done. And before we go any further, this is the part where Phil, the other Phil, is going to try to take credit for all the sweat that you see going on here today. I stole his thunder. But no, rightfully so, because Phil and Shar are the ones that put this whole thing together.
But everyone here has been working their booty off, so we appreciate everyone. There are big changes happening here in this church, and it's pretty awesome to see.
It is. Gang. Hoorah! They're in the planning stage right now for a project next year that they're going to be at an equestrian center.
Whew, it took us like 12 times to say that.
Say equestrian center over and over.
Now, that's why they're asking for your help. This equestrian center does so much good for so many people. They are a 501c, which means everything is through donations.
Right.
It assists veterans with PTSD. It assists kids with autism. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. They do so much for so many, but they need your help for this project.
Right. So I said it's for next year. It's going to take them from now until then to raise the appropriate funds so they can get the materials.
So I'm putting a link down below, so check out their whole 4-minute video. I know you have 4 minutes to check them out. There's 3 ways you can help. You can share their video, you can donate money, or you can plan to show up and help volunteer.
Head on down to the link for more information.
Are you guys dying to see the changes we made on these cabinets?
I know we get a lot of questions and comments, have you repainted them? Did you get what you liked out of it? Yada, yada. Well, today's your lucky day.
All right, let's drop down and check them out. Ta-da!
We did it.
And we love it. It turned out so much better than we expected. I wish the blue had turned out this good.
Yeah, this is, it almost looks like it came this way, actually.
Yeah, and if you didn't see the video where we totally killed our cabinets with gray that ended up to be a, I don't know.
A Carolina blue.
Or maybe a little boy's baby's room blue. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was bad. I'll link that video below. It turned out to be a total disaster. But as you can see, this color fits perfectly in the rest of the decor.
Yeah, I wish we would have gone with a cream or a white in the beginning, but we were trying for a blue-gray, and it was a swing and a miss.
Yeah. So as you can see, we're not designers.
No.
And we won't claim to be one, but we do love it now.
Yeah, it actually, it just goes with everything in here. And I'm glad we did it before we hit the road.
Oh, yeah. I could not have lived with the blue for another 6 months or so.
No. In fact, we kept the lights off in this area as much as possible because we didn't want to see the blue.
Getting back on the road has been really amazing. Thanks for popping over to check out this video, and make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And I'm going to backtrack. I don't like bugs on the windshield. That's a lot of work.
You lie.
Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell.
Don't forget to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and head over to our website for so much more information about travel, locations, and RVing.
Yeah, and don't forget our village. It's for RVers, all about RVs, all the time.
That's right. And make sure you join our group and hang out with us on our village. Of course, as always, links are below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you
On the road.